Now, hello again and welcome back to the gym at McBain High School. Jay Simon and Sean Murphy. A nickname. Murph, I realize, is the given, but
that's the common.
I've
thought about with the beard going with Papa Smurf for Halloween, so maybe I could be that. I'm getting old enough where I could probably be Papa Smurf.
This is the most bearded volleyball broadcast you will ever see, without doubt. Not on the floor, over here in the broadcast booth. Highland Conference girls volleyball action tonight. It's Dig Pink night here in McBain as we're getting the introduction of the two teams. Something, I'm not sure, is this unique to volleyball, Murphy, in the sense of where they introduce every player on each team?
You know, you see that in the younger sports, but typically varsity, they will just introduce the starters. But maybe it just has to do with numbers. I don't know, because basketball, they just do the starters. So.
Yep, and they've got a similar number of players, it seems like.
It's a feel-good sport. You just want to have fun.
That's right. Well, we'll let you know who it is. We're getting the Lake City Trojans right now. We'll run them down for you. Number 2, Taylor Winkleman is a junior. Number 3, Kelsey Steffen, a junior. Number 5, Hillary Duddles, also a junior. Number 6, Michaela Artis, a sophomore. She's the daughter of head coach Bridget Artis. Emily Pedler is the assistant coach also for the Trojans. Michaela Artis, a sophomore, excellent athlete, somebody to watch tonight. Number 8, Haley Pilkis, one of just 2 seniors on this team, as we mentioned in the pregame. Number 10, Madison Pedler, a junior. Number 11, Riley Bisball, a freshman, the only freshman on either roster, and another player that we were told to pay attention to tonight. Number 12, Maggie Thome, a senior. Number 23, Lindsay Pilkis, a sophomore. Number 24, Madeline Jimenez, a sophomore. And number 29, Gabriel Brown, a junior. As we mentioned, Bridget Artis and Emily Pedler, the head coaches for the Trojans. Meanwhile, for the Ramblers, number 1, Carly McGillis is a junior. Number 2, Kennedy Pollington, a junior, and I believe also the libero. Number 3, Taylor Schonert. And if I murder a name, you got to tell me if I'm wrong, Murphy. A junior. Right. Number 6, Brooke Richards is the setter, a junior. Number 7, Bailey Skierbeck, thank you, a junior. Number 8, Emma Barton, also a junior. Senior Michaela Copeman is number 9. Riley Eisinga, number 10, a junior outside hitter. Number 11, Megan Camphouse, a senior. Number 12, Brianna Van Houten, a sophomore, I believe younger sister of Sammy. Number 13, Sarah Maley, a senior. And then number 15, Sammy Van Houten, the outside hitter and the senior with 1,000 kills to her credit plus in her high school career.
I wonder if, you look at Lake City's lineup there, and when you got 2 kids who are the coach's daughters, you wonder if a coach's kid is ever out of the running for being on a sport. It's kind of like you have to be.
I don't care if you're not skilled, you're still going to play. Lake City will start us off. And the opening serve handled nicely. Richards with the quick. Nice left from Copeman, dug up. There's a back row from the libero. Copeman looking for the tip, dug up. Outside, there's a nice push deep and a little miscommunication between Van Houten and Pollington. And Lake City on the board first.
You watch Michaela with that first hit. I mean, she's able to hit with the left, and she comes back, tips. And that's one thing I like about a setter. When she goes right back to a hitter after she doesn't get the kill right away. That's right in the line.
And there's a little aggressive tip, the two-handed push into the corner. I believe by Van Houten. I was glancing the other way.
Riley Eisenberg.
Was it Riley Eisenberg? All right.
She's young, but I'll tell you what, she is very, very volleyball IQ is her forte.
Here's Thome, dug up by Van Houten. Again, a little miscommunication there between Copeman and the libero, Pollington. And a lot of times, correct me if I'm wrong, Murph, you were always the better coach. You want your libero to take that ball because she's coming forward.
Yeah, you definitely want, in the best case scenario, you want your back row player or your libero to take the ball all the time to free up your front row so that they can get ready for the attack.
It's a push by Skierbeck. Thome in the middle. Dug by Pollington. Another push into the deep corner. Dug by the Trojans. Lake City not getting many swings. Playing good defense. There's a rip. Eisenga dug up, though, nicely.
Lake City's defenses, they're looking pretty crisp right now.
Richards looking outside for Skierbeck, and they're going to say it. Caught the line. chalk up a kill, and it's knotted at 2. Riley Eisenga back to serve. There's a free ball for the Ramblers. Richards in the middle for Copeman. She'll have to push this over. And the overpass will give the Ramblers a 3-2 lead.
Looks like it's going to be a battle in the middle between Copeman and Thome. I'm sure these two know each other from way back.
And there's an ace from Eisenga. Almost started laughing on the opening. There's a bunch of signs behind us you may have seen during the pregame. One of them says, "Your mom called, you left your game at home." That's some epic trash talk. That's funny. Nice swing on the outside. Richards, the setter, digging. Another free ball coming for the Ramblers. Nice spot by Thome.
They're quick.
Copeman again has to push it, and they're going to call the Trojans for being in the net on the block. Well, Coach Don for Berkmos, Murphy, and I know just like you did when you were here at McBain, loves to run a very fast offense, but that's predicated on good passing.
That is key, yes, and that's something that I know that these girls have practiced a ton in practice over the season. Wow.
There's a drilled swing on the outside by Sammy Van Houten.
I think Aquinas is getting themselves a very nice freshman recruit next year in Sammy.
6 foot, and she can get off the ground too. It's not
she's
like she's not one of those 6-footers that you could slip the Tustin area phone book under her feet. She can get off the ground. And there's another ace from Eisenga.
Grand Rapids phone book stacked up.
7-2 McBain, and we're going to get a timeout from the Trojans here early in game 1. Dig Pink night here at McBain. Jay Simon and Sean Murphy with you. Want to let you know tonight's broadcast made possible by Cadillac Casting, supporting all high school sports broadcasts this fall on CCTV and My News 26. Pizza Plus, feeding the students who have been running the camera this season, serving pizza sandwiches and more from their location on Mitchell Street in downtown Cadillac. The McBain Educators Association and Summit Digital, providing cable TV and internet service to McBain and the surrounding areas located in downtown McBain. And speaking of our crew, Dakota Pike, Commander Pike, running the show from the truck, along with Kaylee Buck, and on the cameras tonight, Rain Johnson Hill, Nick Coy, Tyler Britnell, and Kevin DeLuca. A lot of CCTV students who help out running cameras.
McBain kids in there.
Yeah.
Nick and Tyler.
Great stuff that CCTV, My News 26, is doing with CTC kids. Out of the timeout, Eisenga to serve. Outside for Artis. Nice dig. Van Houten with the swing. Nice dig, one-arm dig.
To the middle.
Copeman with the drill down the pipe. Got the good pass and found Copeman on the quick. What'd you guys call that? Was that an A?
That was an A, yeah.
Okay.
I've talked with Mr. Copeman a little bit, and I remember when Michaela, when she was a little bit younger, and she had a tendency to tip, and he would always be yelling at her, "Just hit the ball!" And many times when I was talking with her and we would have open gyms, I would say the same thing, and I think that has finally sunk in. She's bringing some thunder.
Speaking of bringing some thunder, Thome with the kill for the Trojans ends the Eisenga run, and it's 8-3 McBain. Thome back to serve. And Howden without a blocker in the area. Oh my goodness. And that right there, Murphy, when you've got a smaller setter and the opposition can run quick where your middle has to respect the other middle.
Yes.
That's scary. We get an ace from Copeman. Madison Pedler, the junior setter, backing up, not blocking on that swing from Van Houten. And my goodness. I wouldn't want to get in the way of that. And a little miscommunication on the Trojan side leads to another Rambler point, 11-3 here in the first set. They still call them set, Sean? I don't even know.
Yeah,
it's
that
been so
lingo
long.
has changed rather quickly, too. I lose myself in that.
There's a nice down ball from Thome. The dig is shanked, and the Trojans will get it back. 11-4. As mentioned, this is a very young Lake City team. Obviously, Thome and Pilkus, the only seniors. But there's some key players and some very good athletes all the way around for them as that serve sails just a touch long. We mentioned Riley Bisbal, the freshman. Michaela Artis, just a sophomore. We've already seen what she can do on the outside. Looking for Thome in the pipe. Down ball, dug up nicely. There's a big swing in the middle, blocked, sent back. Nice save by Richards to keep it alive. Some indecision, and we're going to say it was out. That was Taylor Winkleman, the junior, on the big block initially.
And here's where, as Lake City, as young as they are, a couple of big plays, they might get a little rattled, but if they can take a deep breath and just focus on the fundamentals, they can probably make a nice game out of this.
Van Houten around Winkleman.
I would think that's an adjustment that might have to be made there because with their setter dropping off, that's going to be wide open.
Now, right now, you've got Copeman in the back row, so Sarah Maley is the middle hitter for the Ramblers up front with Van Houten and Richards. In the middle, nice swing, and shanked off as Winkleman gets a kill.
And she's pretty tall, too. She's got to be pushing 6 foot.
Yep. And then you can see Riley Bisbal right now on the right side of your screen, number 11, the freshman. She's taller than Winkleman, playing on the opposite.
So you can see
oh, my goodness. Van Houten on the back quick. Well run, and that's a tough set.
That is.
For Brooke Richards, the junior setter. We don't talk about the setter a whole lot simply because it's always the hitters, everything you see, but boy, that's a great ball. And I'm not just saying that because Eric Richards, her father's in the house and might be buying a DVD of this match.
Oh, yeah. Well, the setter is
I would have said that anyway.
The hardest working person on the floor. She's got to be a psychologist as well as a teammate, and Brooke has done a very nice job of pushing this. For Sammy to get those 1,000 kills, you got to have good sets too.
Absolutely. There's a down ball from Thome. Winkleman will send over the free ball. Richards outside. Izinga blocked, but off the block. And down, so the kill and the point to the Ramblers. 17-5, McBain with the lead here in the first.
That's a nice high swing by Riley. Just touching off the top of the block.
Van Houten's float jumper. And that's going to go around the antenna. The linesman rightfully waving the flag. We had the perfect angle on it where we're standing. And Van Houten will send that one long. 18-6, McBain with the lead here in the first set. So we'll get a substitution for the Ramblers.
Brianna Van Houten coming in now, the younger Van Houten.
Maley with a nice swing. Well dug, though, on the other side. Richards outside for the younger Van Houten. Finds the tip. And finds the open campfire on the other side.
Lake City started off with some really good digs and put some hits back, but they right now they're struggling just to get an attack. They're passing the ball up, but it's not getting set up very well.
Free ball opportunity for the Ramblers. Overpass. Richards has to send it over. Bisbal with the push. There's another tip from Thome.
Well, back set from the middle.
Copeman, oh my goodness. Copeman with a block. Saved by the Trojans, nice job. Richards back to Copeman, oh my. Yikes.
And I think she set that from her knee. To set that quick set from her knee, that's pretty impressive.
That was like an A and a half.
Yeah.
That was well done there. Well, you feel for the Trojans right now, Sean, because you can see the flashes. There's talent, there's skill over there, but Coach Artis talked about it in the pregame toss that sometimes things can get in their head when you got a crowd of this size. And I know there's a lot of Lake City faithful here, but obviously there's a large Rambler student section right in front of us as McBain goes up 22-6. And it can be tough to play in those conditions.
And that's one of the things that you come into a place like this and you're playing against a team of the caliber that McBain is this year. They've got a pretty impressive record coming into this, and that can be intimidating in and of itself.
There's a kill from Bisbal, the freshman, off the block. Thome had a block earlier in that play as well that kept it alive for the Trojans. So Lake City will take it back, 22-7. Boy, you get the impression Riley Bisbal's got some potential over there on the outside.
There's a few kids over there that look like they're going to be some serious players.
Coleman looked like she may have came a little early for that A.
And I think she was still hitting that ball at close to 9 feet. That was with like a half jump before that.
It's like a little skip, hop, half power jump. I don't even know what you call that. Richards back to serve. Forces the overpass. Opportunity for McBain. Back set. And the push dug up nicely by the Trojans. Into the middle for Thome. She'll have to downball it. Dug up by Pollington. Outside for Van Houten. And Brianna Van Houten finds the line. 24-7, game point for the Ramblers.
And this sport is such a momentum sport too. Once you get on the run, it's you can ride that momentum. And so I'll be curious to see how Lake City responds the next game.
Down ball from the back. Sammy Van Houten from the back row. Got on top of that one, puts it in the net. Lake City will get it back, 24-8. Ramblers with the lead. Bisbal.
There's that back set again.
Well, didn't catch all of it, but she finds the open spot, does Van Houten, and that will end game one. 25-8, the Ramblers take the opener. Game two coming up in just a moment. Back after this.